Oh my God, guys, total shock on the Lakers. Cam Whitmore drops to 17th pick. And what about Ron Holland? Big changes are coming. Stay tuned because this year's draft promises incredible surprises and twists. Get ready because any decisions will change the game. And let's move on to today's news. But first, just check if you're already subscribed to the channel because the next videos will be a series of content that will help you stay informed about everything related to the Lakers. We're almost here at the NBA draft, less than a week away. It appears the Lakers will likely keep their first pick in the draft. I'm not so sure, but it shows they really want to pick someone in the first round, no matter if they trade up, down, or stay where they are now. I think the Lakers are more open to different ideas now than they were in last year's draft. I still believe in Jalen Hood-Schifino, but it seems like they're really focused on him. It appears they were so set that they missed the chance to pick Cam Whitmore, who was expected to be picked in the top 8, but ended up being picked only at number 20. It's not just the Lakers that made a mistake here, but I think they could learn from this. Sometimes it's good to take the best opportunity available, even if it's not the player they wanted most in the first place. They could have another similar chance this year. Many people think that Ron Holland, a player compared to Cam Whitmore, might not be picked anytime soon, perhaps only at number 17, which is where the Lakers are picking now. And if that happens, I think the Lakers should really take a moment to analyze the draft. It seems like a clear decision, especially after what happened last time. With that in mind, let's talk about why the Lakers should opt to draft the best player available. And in this case, Ron Holland could be that choice. So let's get straight to the point. Let's start with a complete overview of Ron Holland. If you don't already know him, Ron Holland is a 6'8" versatile player with huge NBA draft potential. Ron Holland was viewed as the second best prospect in the 2024 draft, but unfortunately for him, over the last year his prospects have dimmed a bit. Instead of taking the college route, he opted to play in the Ignite G League, which gained a reputation for not always improving players' draft chances. And that was the reality Ron Holland faced, although I think some people are exaggerating, you know? It's not like the guy completely fell apart. In fact, he led the entire team in points per game, scoring over 20 points in 14 total games, and he wasn't bad in efficiency either, making over 44% of his shots from the field, but a lot of people picked on him for his three-point shots. He shot just 24% in both the regular season and the Showcase Cup, and didn't show much improvement. In other words, he wasn't very efficient in this type of pitch. I really like Ron Holland, but that's something that you can't completely ignore. In today's NBA, it's crucial to be good at three-point shooting, especially for players on the sidelines. This makes all the difference in the game nowadays. Look, don't get me wrong. You can be an important role player without being a top three-point shooter. But if you want to play more than 30 minutes per game, improving that three-point shot is crucial. Without it, your options in the game are limited, even if you are an elite defender like Jared Vanderbilt. If you can't stand out in the game, chances are you'll sit on the bench and not play much. This is something important to consider when talking about Ron Holland. However, I believe he still has room to improve, and there are reasons to be optimistic about that. I don't think he's weak in movement and decision-making. I think it looks very promising. I don't see anything that needs fixing here, in my opinion. This just means I need more reps to improve further. Of course, you can never be sure, but I am willing to take on this challenge and work to improve myself. I mean, it's not like he's a college senior with a bad shot. He's not even 19 yet, and he just has a serious problem in attack. If we can deal with that and look beyond three-point shooting, there's a lot of talent here. This guy has real speed on offense, he has a lightning-quick first step, and is great at finishing close to the basket. And man, it's always fun to watch him play on the open court. If you give the ball to Ron Holland in the attacking line, he will do enormous damage. He can even dribble if a defender is right in front of him. Many people are comparing him to Cam Whitmore, which I agree with, but I see in him something similar to a young Trevor Ara, not only because of his height and length, but also because of the style of play he presents on the court. In addition to being a little inconsistent on three-point shots, he is a truly excellent athlete. This doesn't just apply to his defense, but also his performance on offense. With Ron Holland on the court, he can make a huge impact. He knows exactly when to cut from the back door, and his finishing ability near the basket is undisputed. This could be his trademark as he continues to improve. Although he has developed his own style thus far, being a great backdoor cutter is a skill that many people take for granted in the NBA. Even without a good three-point shot, he can be useful without the ball, and I think that's what he should focus on in the coming years. Another important point is his passing ability, which I don't see as an advantage or disadvantage at the moment. We're almost done, but before I realize that you Lakers fans haven't left a like on this video yet, this is very important so that YouTube can continue to share our content with you, and will be helping you stay informed about the Lakers. So now leave a like on this video. It's free. Some people are worried about him losing the ball a lot during the game, but I think that's mainly because he plays with players who aren't as organized, which is a common problem in G League Ignite. This team was known for having a somewhat chaotic style of play, which can increase the turnover statistics of any player, even talented ones like him. Although I see potential in him, I don't consider him a total ace or anything like that. However, he proved to be a very skilled passer. His vision of the game is excellent, and he has a quick reaction time to recognize when to distribute the ball, as well as being able to find open players with ease. This is something that can be very valuable on a basketball team, as a player with these skills can make the team play more efficiently and score more points. Although he is not yet an elite defender like Trevor Ayara, Ron Holland makes quite an impact on defense, especially when it comes to intercepting passes and disrupting the opponent's game. He may not be the best individually, but he can influence the game in important ways, which is impressive. This guy got almost 3 steals per game, which put him among the best in the G League. And it doesn't stop there, he also showed that he can defend well on the opposite side and blocked more than 1 shot per game throughout the showcase in the G League. And look, on top of all that, his ability to recover in defense could transform him into a top defender if he really dedicates himself. In my opinion, he has all the tools to be a great defender now. I don't know if he'll focus on that, as he likes to steal balls when attacking, but there's definitely a lot of potential here. And that alone could put him on the court early, just like it happened with Trevor Ayara at the beginning of his career. I remember it took Trevor until 8th grade to shoot over 35% of his three-point shots. Sure, the game was different back then, but there is always room for a great athlete who is dedicated to defense, and I believe Ron Holland could follow that path. Ron Holland is 6 feet tall with a wingspan of almost 6.1. Unlike Cam Whitmore, this means he can defend bigger players on the wing from day one. He even has the potential to score as a 4 if necessary, something the Thompson brothers did very well in their early years, offering a lot of value to the team because of it. And just like a young Trevor Ayara, who didn't have reliable threes, and a Zaire Thompson, who made less than 20% of his threes, Ron Holland may not be as good at rebounding as those two, but he did grab almost 7 rebounds per game in the G League. If Ron Holland can become a complete defender, a good rebounder, and also a good backdoor cutter on offense, I believe he could easily fill a position with around 20 minutes per game. Maybe he might remind you a little of Jared Vanderbilt, but you can't ignore this opportunity. There's no guarantee Ron Holland will be available when the Lakers pick at number 17, but as we saw with Cam Whitmore, unexpected things happen in the draft. He would be an excellent choice for them if they decide to negotiate to move up in the national team. And now, guys, what do you think of all this? How do you feel about the idea of taking Ron Holland, whether he's available at number 17 or if the Lakers decide to move up in the draft? Leave your opinions in the comments below. Thank you for watching this far. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue receiving the next content. Access now our playlist that will appear on the screen or in the pinned comment with all the latest news from the Lakers, and stay tuned behind the scenes, highlights, last-minute controversies, transfers, everything about the Los Angeles Lakers team. Until the next video.